Welcome to Lyndhurst Community News. Today is Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. And I'm Brian Haggerty. But before I begin, if you have any news about your church, your club, your organization, school, team, or even special events such as special anniversaries and birthdays, let us know by sending an email to LyndhurstCommunityNews@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, as well as follow us on Facebook so you'll never miss an episode. Now, of course, I will leave all contact information, including our email, in the description box below, so you don't have to worry about missing it if you didn't write it down. Just check out the bottom, and you'll find it there. Okay, so let's see. Let's start off with some township news. The Lyndhurst Knights of Columbus, in cooperation with the Parks Department, is hosting a concert in the new middle school auditorium this Saturday, May 13th, 2023, at 7 p.m. The event is called An Array of Hope. It is an evening of faith, hope, and love in a multimedia experience. So, yes, there will be musicians there, bands playing. It's going to be a great night, folks, and tickets are $20 a piece. VIP tickets can be purchased for $50, and family packages begin at $50 as well. Commissioner John Montillo of the Parks Department is offering free admission and transportation for township senior citizens who wish to attend the event. To reserve a space, please contact the Parks Department at 201-804-2482. By the way, if you haven't seen the inside of our beautiful new middle school, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. The auditorium is incredible. It allows us to have these types of great events now, something we weren't able to do in the past. And not only that, the adjacent cafeteria and the culinary arts, state-of-the-art kitchen, and the sweeping views of the New York City skyline, it's the best view in town, folks. So check it out. The middle school is located at 619 Page Avenue. And again, let's support our Knights of Columbus. The Lyndhurst Health Department, under the direction of Commissioner Karen Haggerty and Health Coordinator Janine Barone, will be hosting its biannual blood screening on Friday, June 9th, 2023. Appointments begin at 8:30 a.m. until 11 a.m. The blood screening will include a chemistry profile, a lipid profile, and a CBC with differential. This service is available to Lyndhurst residents over the age of 18 for a fee of $22. Pre-registration is required, and appointments can be made by calling 201-804-2500. Payments can be submitted in cash or checks and may be made payable to Centers Laboratory. Again, this is going not to the township, but to the lab who will process your blood. Please note this screening will be held at the Lyndhurst Health Department, which is located at 253 Stuyvesant Avenue. Now, on to some news about our clubs and organizations. We have some news from the Lyndhurst Women's Club, courtesy of Annette Bortone. And let's see, congratulations, members. At the Palisades District Conference Awards, they were presented for Best All-Around Work in some categories. And Annette went on to say, our club received 4 of those awards. Number 1 being Advocates for Children, another being Arts Performing, another one, Civic Engagement, and the final one, Legislation. She continues, I cannot begin to tell you how proud I am of this club. We worked very hard, and we are very generous to all who are less fortunate. Thank you for your service. And we'd like to say thank you, Annette, for keeping us in the loop of all of the great things that are going on at the Women's Club. Now, in addition to the Women's Club, there are a great number of wonderful clubs and organizations in town for township seniors. Now, you don't have to be a senior to be in the Women's Club, but there are some wonderful organizations, and I want to name just a few of them here, some of the most popular ones. We have the AARP, that stands for the American Association of Retired Persons, Chapter 4866. Now, this group is geared towards raising money for scholarships, as well as helping veterans and families who are in distress. It's a great place, by the way. I've gone there many times, played the piano for them, sing some songs with them. Wonderful group of people, and they get together on the second Tuesday of each month. The doors open at 11:30 a.m., and the meeting starts at 1 p.m., so there's plenty of time to socialize and have coffee and get to know your neighbors and make new friends. And the annual dues are only $10. So come to a meeting at the Senior Citizen Building on Cleveland Avenue to join. All are welcome. Call Marie Tooma for more information at 201-294-8310. If you enjoy gardening, you should consider joining the Lyndhurst Garden Club. Established in 1935, the club welcomes prospective members from Lyndhurst as well as nearby communities. Meetings are held at the Senior Center on the last Monday of the month, except for January, July, August, and December. Now, for more information about the Lyndhurst Garden Club, call Marie Esposito at 201-438-9465. If you enjoy history and want to know more about the history of Lyndhurst, come on down to the Lyndhurst Historical Society. The group is a private, nonprofit organization. They meet on the third Thursday of the month at the Parks Department at 7 p.m. And by the way, the actual Lyndhurst Museum for the Historical Society is the Little Red Schoolhouse, which is on Riverside Avenue, right across from the county park. That little old-fashioned schoolhouse. And there's a lot of great things, and every month or every season, they'll have a new attraction in there. So check them out and support them. Great group of people. You may contact Lois Hussey at lhussey, which would be LHUSSEY 334 at gmail.com if you are interested in anything regarding the Lyndhurst Historical Society. And if you love to crochet and knit, and you care about babies and the elderly, then you're going to want to join the Loops for Love group. The group gathers at the Senior Center almost every first and third Friday of each month, from 12 noon to about 2 p.m. The lap blankets and baby caps and blankets are donated to various hospitals in the area. Bet you didn't know about that, huh? So for more information, call Angene Anthony at 201-906-1247 or just pop into a meeting anytime you want. And finally, Our Lady of Mount Carmel seniors. And by the way, you don't need to be a parishioner of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church in order to join this group. This group meets at the Senior Center as well on the third Tuesday of each month. Doors open at 10:30 a.m. for an 11 a.m. meeting. It's a social club that has occasional speakers or entertainment, and again, I've played the piano there as well, while enjoying coffee and the dues here as well are only $10 annually. So go to a meeting or join up or call Dorothea Rizzo at 201-933-0540. And we've talked about them before as well, because Dorothea had emailed me something to read into the news. Thank you, Dorothea. Now, there are so many great things about Lyndhurst that make it special. And as I always say, we are a community of families, and we help each other out. We are a close-knit community. But some of the great traditions that we have is how much we offer for our township senior citizens. Now, in addition to the great clubs and organizations that I just spoke about, the Parks Department offers so many things for our seniors. Here is a snapshot of some of the great many things our township offers to seniors. Now, all specific events are listed on the township website, and they're also posted in the South Bergenite, the Observer, and the Daily Voice. So, here are some of the things, such as evening trips to Broadway plays. And there the price includes transportation to and from the venue by township bus. Now, of course, the cost varies with the price of the play ticket, but isn't that a great thing? You could just get on a bus here in Lyndhurst, be brought to Broadway, watch a play, and be driven home. And these prices are always very, very good. We also have afternoon outings for senior citizens for lunch and show. One held in the spring and one held in the fall. Now, the venue may either be at the Stony Hill Inn, which is now closed to my understanding, or the Fiesta or the Brownstone. Lyndhurst also offers free senior citizen monthly evening meals on the last Wednesday of the month from January through October. The event is held at the Carucci Apartment Building, right there on Stuyvesant Avenue, next to the Department of Public Affairs building. It's 281 Stuyvesant Avenue, near Willow Avenue as well. Doors open at 4:30. Dinner is served at 5. If you want to sign up for this, call 201-896-1629. Lyndhurst also has free senior citizen morning bingo, held on the first and third Wednesday of each month, except for July and August, at the Senior Citizen Center on Cleveland Avenue, starting at 10:30 a.m. Coffee, tea, and donuts are always served. If you want more information about that, or if you need a ride, by the way, that's another thing we do. We have buses that drive around town. We also take senior citizens and people to their medical appointments and their doctor appointments within a certain geographic area. So if you want to know more about this, call the Parks Department, 201-804-2482. We also have free senior citizen afternoon lunch and entertainment. That's held in April at the Senior Citizen Center on Cleveland Avenue. And free senior Thanksgiving dinner, held on the Monday before Thanksgiving in November at the Senior Citizen Center on Cleveland Avenue. Dinner and entertainment. Transportation is also available if you need it. And I think now you're all getting to the point of realizing that basically everything that we do is held at the Senior Citizen Center on Cleveland Avenue. Now, if you are new to the township, and if you are a senior, or perhaps you have parents who are seniors, make sure to enjoy all of what the township has to offer. You'll never be bored, and even better, you'll make so many new and wonderful friends. And for more information or questions about anything, just call the Parks Department at 201-804-2482. And Memorial Day is coming up soon, and with it, the annual Memorial Day Parade of the Township of Lyndhurst. The annual parade, which is under the direction of the Lyndhurst Veterans Alliance, will be on Monday, May 29th. Pre-parade ceremonies and speeches will take place at the Lyndhurst Town Hall Park at 10:30 a.m., followed by the parade. Now, I want to talk a little about volunteerism and how important it is. As many of you may know, Lyndhurst has an all-volunteer fire department and a mostly volunteer emergency squad. Now, think of it this way. How many of you would be willing to get out of bed on a cold winter night, get dressed in under 30 seconds, haphazardly, drive down to the fire department, put on your gear, and then jump onto a truck to then drive to fight a fire where, in some cases, involves you're running into a smoke-filled home, perhaps engulfed in flames, to rescue a person, persons, or even a family pet? How many of us would be willing to do this? And the same goes for our emergency squad. Our volunteer EMS personnel each serve on shifts where they stay at the emergency squad itself in order to be able to respond to any call for an emergency. We also have other volunteers who come to the scene of an emergency to help feed our volunteers who are on scene and give them coffee as well. How many of us would be willing to do this as a volunteer? This is why we need to recognize the importance of those who give freely of their time to either fight a fire, save a life, transport people to the hospital. Whatever it may be, our first responding volunteers deserve all of our complete respect, support, and appreciation. Now, unfortunately, volunteerism has decreased tremendously, especially in the past decade. The number of members on our fire department, for instance, is now half of what it once was. What's more, we have so few younger volunteers who have the strength to carry heavy loads, placing a heavier burden on some of our older members. Now, this is not only a shame, but it also carries with itself unseen and unknown burdens to the taxpayers. We do have several paid medics during the daytime hours who are phenomenal, because unlike years back where so many of the members owned local businesses and could respond in town to an emergency, today most work out of town. And even so, they don't have a job where they could just up and leave. And it has always been the policy of the township to offer township jobs, such as DPW and parks, to our volunteers so that they can respond. But the sheer number of calls continues to grow on a daily basis, and the number of available volunteers continues to fall. Should the township need to begin a full-time paid membership of the department, that would cost the taxpayers several million dollars per year. Now, obviously, we never put a cost on saving lives. However, if we can inspire younger people who have the desire to serve, then we would not have to worry about this. So this is why I want to let you all know about a public safety expo picnic and barbecue that is being held in the park in front of the American Legion and in conjunction with the American Legion on June 3rd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It is being organized by Jersey Coastal Alert Emergency Services. Some of you may know that. That's my brother Paul's organization. Along with the Lyndhurst CERT. Now, CERT, C-E-R-T, stands for Community Emergency Response Team. Also, the HEA, which is the Highway Emergency Assistance, and the NJ Alert Special Services. They, along with members of our local fire and emergency squad departments, will be on hand, along with their equipment, which they plan to park on Park Avenue. And then you can come down and meet members of the community and allow people to learn and understand what volunteers do and the pivotal role they play in saving lives. And folks, these people don't get enough attention. We really need to recognize them for the work that they do. Now, in the event of rain, the event will be held in the American Legion Hall. They will have a large tent outside, of course, for the barbecue cooking and for people who even want to sit outside and eat as well. But hopefully, if the weather holds, everyone will have a wonderful time meeting and learning from our volunteers about volunteerism, as well as enjoying a great barbecue. So please, folks, mark your calendars. June 3rd, 1 to 4 p.m. at the American Legion Park. Come down and support our volunteers. And if you have children or grandchildren who are of age to serve, ask them to come, if they have an interest, of course, and join you to learn about the important role volunteers play. I think some young people, if they knew more about this, they would be far more apt to want to volunteer, because it is a great deal of fun, and the camaraderie and the relationships and the bonding friendships that all these guys and women together make, you become family. And believe me, as I always say, Lyndhurst is just one big family. And that's about all the news this week. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. You'll find that right below this video. Click subscribe. Obviously, you have to have a Gmail address. So if you have to create one, create one. But then click on the little bell, which is going to notify you every time a new episode is uploaded. And remember, episodes are uploaded every Wednesday. And send us your news to LyndhurstCommunityNews at gmail.com to be featured on our weekly broadcast. So until next week, folks, I'm Brian Haggerty. God bless you, and God bless our wonderful township we call Lyndhurst.